Hello guys, welcome to Non-TECHIE. So from today we are starting with our Python tutorials. So you can also watch my SQL tutorials playlist in my channel. The link is given in the description below. Let's get started. The very first thing we need to know is what is Python. So as we all know, Python is a popular programming language. So Python is an interpreted, object-oriented, high-level programming language. Now what do we mean by interpreted? Interpreted means Python executes the code line by line. So, for example, if you write something here, then in the next line, and then in the next line, and you have lots of lines of codes. So Python will execute it line by line. First this, then the next line, then the next line, and then the next line. So in simple terms, interpreted means executing the codes line by line. Next is object oriented. Why is Python known as object oriented? So everything in Python is an object. Python follows the object-oriented programming concepts, also known as OOPS concept, which we will be learning in the future sessions. Python is also known as a high-level programming language. Now, why it is known as a high-level language is because it is easy to use and understand by humans. Python also supports various modules and packages, so there are a lot of Python libraries which are available for any programmer, which helps you not to write long lines of codes to do the daily tasks by reusing it again and again, and that's how it encourages the code reusability. So get ready with your Collab notebooks or with your Jupyter notebooks, whatever is fine with you, and we are about to write our very first code in Python, that is printing the sentence hello world. So to print anything on screen, we make use of the print function. So we'll type print. The print function looks like this. This is our print function. And whatever we want to print, we will write it between these inverted commas. Now as we want to print hello world, we will write hello world. Now this is how you use the print function. Now we will execute it by just hitting shift enter, and you can see hello world has been printed on your screen. So congratulations guys, you have just written your very first Python code. So the next thing we should know is what are the data types in Python. But before data types, I would like to tell you what are the functions in Python. And whenever you see any function, for example the print function, we write print and give this parenthesis, or you can also call it as round brackets. This parenthesis indicates that this is a function. Whenever you see anything is followed by this kind of parenthesis, it's a function. For example, here x is a function. Now let's take a look at data types. In Python, data types are divided into two parts, that is the immutable data type and mutable data types. So the immutable data types are the ones which once made cannot be modified or updated again. So once you assign any of these data types to your variable, they cannot be modified. On the other hand, mutable data types are the ones which can be modified later. So let's have a look on each of these data types we have in Python. So in immutable data type, we have int, that is integer, which are basically whole numbers. Then we have floats, numbers in decimals. Then we have strings, which are nothing but text. Then we have tuple, are always in parentheses. And they store value of any data type separated by commas. We will study each of these data types in separate videos in detail. Now let's see some examples of these data types. I will assign a value to a variable a. The value would be 1, 2, 3. A variable, which is here a, is nothing but which stores the values, so that you can call it later and you get the values in return. So if I print a, I will get the value as 1, 2, 3. And if I want to know the data type of my values, I just have to use another built-in function, which is type, and just give a variable name and print it. So as you can see, it is an integer. Let's see an example of float. I will copy this and I will paste it here, and if I change these values using a decimal 0.26, you can give any number and just run it, you can see it's a float. So that's the difference between integer and float. Next is the string. We will assign another variable b, and I will write a text in here, non-techie, and if I print b, you can see non-techie, and if I show you the type of b, it says str, which are the strings. What are tuples? We will assign a variable c. We will use parentheses because tuples are always in parentheses, and we will give some values separated by commas. You can give multiple data types in here. For example, we can have an integer, we can have a float, we can also have strings. Now let's print c and see. You get your tuple. Now if I print the type of c, it says tuple. Don't worry guys, we will be learning all of these data types separately in different videos, and I will show you all the things you can do with these data types. The next are the mutable data types. Mutable data types are the ones which you can modify later. The first are the lists. Lists are same as tuples. The only thing in the list is that you can modify it later. Lists are always given in square brackets, and you can add any kind of values in list too. Let's print L. Here's the list, and if I print the type of L, it says list. The next data type is the dictionary. Dictionaries, as you can see here, are key and value pairs. What are the keys and value pairs? For example, you have a fruit and the fruit is apple. You have a car, the car is BMW. That's how you assign a value to a key. So dictionaries are always given in curly braces and are also separated through commas. The only thing that makes a difference are the key and value pairs. So let's see an example of dictionary. So I will copy this and assign it to a variable known as d. And now if I print d, I get this dictionary. If I print the type of d, it says dict. Next are sets. Sets are same as tuples or lists. Sets doesn't include duplicated values like lists. Let's see an example. By the way guys, sets are also given between curly braces. So if I write here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and print s, I'll get my set here. If I print the type of S, it says set. So these are the data types which are used in Python, and in the further videos we will be learning every data type in detail. And that's all for today guys. So I hope you learned new things. Please like, subscribe and share it to all. We will meet again in the next with the next Python tutorial. Till then, keep learning and thanks for watching.